Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Football Manager 2017. We're playing as Air United, and today we've got a very, very frightening game against Hibernian, which are by far, they're probably the strongest league, or the strongest team in the league. They are at the top of our league. They just recently came down from the Premier, so they are stupendously strong. If we go and take a look at, say, their comparison over here in the General tab, notice that their team value is 8 times larger than ours, and their salary is 3+ times higher than ours. So their team is pretty goddamn scary. Also, all their players are available, whereas we have one player, Conrad Bellatoni, who is out. Unfortunately, he sprained his wrist lifting weights during training, and so he is going to be out, not for very long, just, maybe like a week and a half kind of thing, but he is going to miss, and of course, he is one of our better defenders, which is kind of sad. If we take a look at the tactics over here, they like to play a 4-3-2-1 narrow. Very much looks like a pyramid, or a spear point up top. We're probably not looking at a whole lot of crossing threats. No, they're super good. We're going to have all kinds of threats, but I don't think the majority of the scoring potential is going to come from crosses into middle. It's going to be about powering right through the middle there, so we're going to try to break that up. Of the tactics they faced, also, I believe I misread this in the last episode. I assumed that the for and against was based, was the team I was looking at, but I think it was the team using the 4-4-2 against Hibernian did not do well. Now, what's funny about this is I'm kind of sort of planning to use a 4-4-2 against them, but it's actually going to be a modification of a 4-4-2 diamond narrow that we used to try to break up the 4-4-2 sort of flatter defensive kind of setup. And the reason for that is I've made a few adjustments over here that I think might work. I'm setting up a inverted triangle over here to try to really jam up the middle, where their offense is going to come in through. We've got Geegan, Harkins, Doherty, both playing these very defensively minded midfielders, with Doherty actually playing as literally defensive midfielder, sort of half-backy kind of thing going on over here. So they're going to be going to that. Harkins is going to be playing as a deep-lying playmaker, so he's going to sit back and then hopefully, still be able to set up a good amount of passing, but we really have it defensively minded. We're really not expecting a win here. What we're trying to do is not lose a whole bunch of goal differential to a big 5-0 blowout or something ridiculous like that. Even Forrest, I've got him a little bit further back as a attacking midfielder in a support role. Moore and Thomas are still going to be playing up front as a poacher and a false 9. Crane, I've put him back on an attacking role because I'm not as worried about an attack on the flank. And I think that there's a better chance that we might score on a counterattack with Crane moving up there and then setting up with a good cross. In fact, Ralston, I'm going to go and put you on support as well, because we got a lot of defense down the middle to hopefully counter what they're looking to do. So in a sense, we're not literally so, but we're looking to maybe play a little bit wider in a sense. I mean, I suppose I could even go and do our 4-2-3-1 wide kind of composition to get our attacking midfielders to really be sort of like wingers and things like that. I don't think that's going to open up that many more scoring opportunities. I think this is still going to be a good way. If we do score, it's going to be something like Crane getting it in there in the middle, and then Crane to Forrest to Thomas, or some damn thing like that. Or Harkins, probably a Crane to Thomas, or Harkins, Forrest, Thomas, some damn thing of that nature. I'm screwed. I'm real screwed. Oh, we're not going to exploit the middle. That's actually really not what we're looking to do. Are we looking to exploit the left flank? We might be. I mean, again, this is not overwhelmingly true, but the idea being get it up to Crane, who's going to be moving forward. I think we'll start with that and see how it goes. Mostly I'm just worried about us, just finding ourselves down 3-0 in the first half. Now, admittedly, we didn't do that badly against Hibernian last time we met. We did, was a 3-1? Right here. So we met them once. We fell 3-1 to them. And that was an away game. This is home. Who knows? Maybe we'll do better. With that in mind, maybe I should be playing our 4-3-1-2 narrow, which is likely what did relatively well against them. But I don't know. We're going to give this a try. Peter Murphy's really lacking sharpness. He's played twice in a row. Then he took 1 game off, but like I don't know why he's so unsharp. So we've got him here, obviously, for Ballatoni. Also, we did promise him more starting play, so he'll get that. Ballatoni with his strained wrist over here. That's really unfortunate. All right, let's do this. What could possibly go wrong? We got some more international duty starting after this. Weekend update. That's fine. Match preview. Select and submit team. Okay. Yes, I know. He's lacking sharpness. So, what do the odd makers think? I think it's going to be a tie. Oh, yeah, guaranteed. Totally going to be a tie game. No way to tell these two teams apart. I'm sure is exactly what the odds maker is going to say. Or, maybe we are a huge 7-1 dog and Hibernian is a huge 1-3 favorite. So, if you risk $1 on us, you win 7 if we were to win. Whereas you have to risk $3 to win $1 for Hibernian, which goes to show the odd makers really think we're going to get spanked. I mean, point-wise in the league, we're not that far behind, but on paper, the team is so good, and they're not really missing anyone. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Absence of Conrad Ballatoni is sure to be felt. How hard will it be without his services? Yeah, I'm going to be cautious. I'd rather talk about the 11 players who will be starting the match. They're the ones I believe will give us the best chance of winning what is undoubtedly a tricky fixture. That is a for sure. So yeah, you can see this sort of like, pyramid kind of configuration over here. And they do have a lot of defensive density in the middle. But I mean, I'm trying to decide, like, do I think that this opens up more flanking options? Or it's not that, it's not that narrow, though. Or maybe we're going to be using the same general tactic. And really up front, this is very similar to what we used to try to break the 4-4-2 defense. Of trying to, work through the gaps over here. I think we're going to go as is. Maybe Crane will find an opportunity. Maybe he won't. Opposition instructions. So, I'll see what advice you've got. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm looking for. I want to mark all 3 of the dudes in the front. And then after that, I'm actually not sure. Are we going to mark this guy? I guess so. Yeah, I don't think I'll bother with the other central midfielder over here since he is injured and presumably he's mostly fine. But, I need to keep some people a little bit more flexible. We'll do something like this. Team talk. I'm going to be reluctant. No, I don't want to say there's no pressure. Good luck, lads. Go out there and pull off an upset. Okay, that really didn't do a lot to them. So, I think you've got what it takes. Maybe. Our morale's already pretty good. So at least there's that, but, oi. Start match. God, this is going to be so painful. So we start in possession. Murphy over to Ralston, who's not going to be trying to move it forward. Oh, not personally. That's quite direct play, but isn't able to get it to Thomas. It would have been interesting if something like that had been pulled off. Oh my god, we've got 15 people. All crushing Boyle over here. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. The defensive plan is working. We're 2 minutes in. We haven't conceded a goal yet. But wait for it. Oh, not yet. I'm really not coming in here with a lot of faith. We'll see how it goes. So, I'm expecting their quality possession is going to be fantastic. And in the end, our possession stats may end up being relatively similar. It's 2 minutes in. It's hard to tell right now. But the quality of their possession is going to be ridiculously good. It's going to be a lot of really threatening possession up front while we're sort of like trying to see if we can even break into their half. Crane with an excellent little interception there, but then the ball gets tackled away. While the force takes it away again, Thomas is looking for someone to pass it to. Apparently decides passing it to the other team is the way to go, which seems like a bit of an odd choice, but, whatever. Oh, moved up to third position. Oh, because we gain a point from a draw, and Wraith must be down a point in their game that they're probably playing at exactly the same time, so we're currently would count them as a loss. But I don't think that's going to stick around. Harkins does get it over the force. Big pass forward to Thomas, and if that doesn't count as being offside, we actually do get a shot on goal. 5 minutes in, it's 1-1 in terms of shots. Don't hold your breath here, folks. Don't hold your breath. If we somehow draw this, I'll consider it to be massive, gargantuan. Right now, like going into this blind with not knowing how the game's going to go, I would say I'd be satisfied if we only dropped, like, say, 0-1, right? So only 1 goal differential with the loss. But if we somehow end up with, like, a point out of this, good God, could you imagine? All right, 13 minutes in. They are out shooting us now, 3-1. But that's still not that much so far. We've got, like, good cover going on here. I mean, look what's... They're fairly shut down. Stevenson. Stevenson is coming in from where? Is he one of their... Yeah... Can we afford to go and close them down is the question, right? If I say close down Stevenson, I mean, eventually someone will go over there for sure, no matter what. If I put close down, they'll do it more frequently. Can we afford to pull someone out of this center group to go and try to, you know, take the ball away from Stevenson? Well, I mean, that's going to happen regardless here. Or at least get in front of him. Shot from Magouch. And you got to think, like, Magouch here, Magouch, I don't know. He's somewhat quite far back. Look. These are central midfielders. They're really getting to the action. Stevenson, Magouch. They've got threats all over. They're probably playing a very attacking mentality. Always something. It cuts off, so it doesn't say what he should have. We can't just mark everyone. I mean, we already mark Magouch, apparently, so I'm going to leave that be. In a sense, we can't just mark everyone unless we're doing full man-to-man. Ooh, we got a foul there. That might lead to a card. No, looks like we just got off easy there. I'm actually wondering if we should be tackling harder. If that's like one of our only chances for doing this. Look at our pass completion, which is normally quite good. It's down at 59%. But their defenders are just so good, cutting in. 5-1 outshot. They haven't scored yet, which is pretty amazing. I'm worried that if we really go crazy on the tackle hard, we're just going to, like, draw some fouls inside of the penalty box. We're going to get a corner kick here. Moore does just get knocked away, but we still have possession. Another big cross. Harkins got possession. He's not going to be able to get a shot. He does retain possession to Forrest. Harkins to the middle. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That was actually an own goal. These are the sort of miracles we need if we're going to win this. What the fuck? Or if we're even going to just tie at this point. This is Harkins trying to get it to Magott, who's actually playing quite far forward. He does get the shot off, and McGinn, who's injured here, is... This ball wasn't going to score. This was going to go off this way. He may have just been trying to clear the ball or something, but it knocks him in. I'm not sure that was really... He just sort of got physically in the way. Maybe Magott's plan all along was to just bounce it off this other guy. What the shit, man? I mean, I don't think we change our strategy. I'm not convinced that our strategy is going to, like, hold out to a win, but I think our strategy, the base strategy, is sound and might be our best bet to not lose horribly, especially now that we've got one on the board. Stevenson with the throw to Boyle, although I like the Boyles over here instead of in front of the net. That makes me very happy. Way over to Magouch. Okay, this guy keeps doing these long shots time and time and time again. He must have really good... He must have good stats or something. Like, whatever, however they play this guy. What are you looking at? I mean, the problem is all their stats are going to look really good compared to mine. Long shots is actually only an 8. Finishing isn't even that good. Huh. And we're currently marking him, and apparently he gets a lot of action, so that's fine. I don't think I'm going to give any other instructions beyond that. Just going to mostly kind of sit in his face. There he is again. I mean, now there's, like, confirmation bias, so now I never noticed when Gray's got the ball, because why would I, right? But he probably gets just as much. Again, I saw the net move there, and it made me very scared, but it was just the top of it. Energy levels are still pretty good. Of course, we're playing at home, so that helps. Oh, my God. How badly we're being outshot here. 10-3. 10-3, and they even had a clear-cut chance. Although that's it. Nothing else has been on target either, though. Good God. Moore's got possession. He'll probably get tackled away. Yeah. Oh, he gets knocked down pretty good there, actually. He was on his butt for a while. Cummings coming in. Doherty intercepts the pass to Boyle, which is quite nice. Doherty again, back to Harkins. We've got some possession. Now, I do have it set to, like, exploit, like, left side, right? Which would be over here with poor old Crane. I don't know if he's gotten any real action there. Big, huge pass forward to Moore, who's wide open. Oh, my God. Massive chance. Massive chance. We get our corner out of this. But good God. Could you have imagined if that had gone in and we were up 2-0? Okay, they're just clearing the ball. Ralston's in good position to... Oh, pass to Harkins. Gets it in front. Knocked away. Shinny's got the ball, and they're going to be back on the offense. No, they just dump it. I wonder if they just changed their mentality, something more defensive. They might be scared here. The possession's still 60-40. We're being outshot like crazy. That was a good first half. I'm passionate about this. Listen, you know, I'm pleased with how things are going. Keep it up. Keep it up. Oh, Craig Moore's looking nervous. I don't know what to say about that. Like, you know, it's okay. You know what? Pressure's off today. I want you to go out there and play your natural game. But, you know, kick ass also. What the hell? Okay, again, energy levels were fine last time I checked, right? Yeah, very good. No yellow cards. Not feeling pressure to do any early subs, for sure. Is it possible that our defensive structure is working? And again, we've gotten some good shots opportunity. Here we go when I talk about the defensive structure working. Shinny could get to the ball and just shoot really fast in here. We got a lot of people in front of his face, and Duhin's there as well. Great. I mean, he didn't have the angle to shoot wide because of some of the bodies that would have been in the way. He had to shoot fast and predictably. And we're in possession in their end. Oh, Crane fumbles it. No! Oh, come on, Crane. Dude. Dude. All right, Boyle finds Martin. Defender's in position. Cluttering up the middle, which is really... That was our base. One thing I should check. They haven't changed their strat, right? No, okay. They did do some subs. So they subbed out McGinn. They brought in Scott Martin. So do we want to mark you? Because we weren't marking John because he was injured. Okay? We're feeling a little less pressure to do that. Do we need to worry about Martin wandering around over here on the other flank and moving forward? How dangerous are you? Your passing is stupendous. Your finishing is probably really good too. Position teamwork, you're potentially really fast and with high acceleration. I don't think we mark you, but rather maybe we just close down when you've got it. I think you might be too hard to follow. Okay, big failed cross there. It would have felt a lot better if we'd grabbed control over it, but it is going to be a goal kick for us. Yeah, okay, good. Excellent. Possession is still about 60-40, which is not good. They're doing their substitutes. So they took out Shinny. Yeah, I really should set up like an auto pause when this happens. And they're bringing in Brian Graham, who I will mark because he is one of the strikers up front and is probably better than all of our strikers, even though he's their second stringer. So we're still being outshot 3-1, but we're leading 1-0. Ooh, Geegan with a big trip, it looks like. Going to be a free kick and a yellow card. Ooh, last chance. No yellow cards. That's crazy sauce. Crazy sauce. And the fouls, we might try to be a little bit more aggressive here. I don't know. Stevenson far away. Duhin does tip it over, which means it's going to be a corner, which always makes me super duper uneasy. But no, we deflected away. Doherty's not going to be able to get there first. Again, we're very crowded with our people in front of that, which is good, but we need some control. We need a better clear. It's a little bit better. Who's that? That's Crane moving towards Gray, just getting up in his face. Oh, no, Ralston! Why would you touch it there? Why would you touch it there? We would have just had a goal kick. It looks like we're fine overall, though. Okay, our throw in. Big toss forward, which is probably going to give them control. Oh, no, they packed right in the middle. Can Forrest get a foot on it? He can. He gets tripped up a little bit, but he's able to gain control, although Magouch does take it away. But what's important is some amount of momentum. Graham, can you do anything with that? I don't think so. You don't have real helpers around. Magouch might even be able to take it away. Oh, my God, that looks scary. That looked really scary. This is also really terrifying. Goalpost saves the day again. Boyle is their really dangerous person. Okay, we're 70 minutes in. Let's consider some substitutions. Looks like Gary Harkins getting winded. Again, not really a surprise. He's a little bit of an older fellow. Bring in Paul Kearney to replace it. Still play the same sort of role. I think that's going to be fine. What else do we got? Again, we probably mostly want to keep, some of our defenders fresh, especially if we've got some good substitutes, which we don't there. Magot's actually feeling really good and fine. Maybe Doherty. We got some good subs in there. We can bring Jamie Adams. Or maybe Forrest. How you doing? Because Jamie Adams is good in that position. What do you like playing, Jamie? I mean, you're actually a decent sub for Doherty. At least a certain amount of comfort level. We'll do that. You're probably not comfortable playing the ball-winning midfielder. Actually, no. That's fine. So we'll do that. Do I want to use another sub right away? I think we'll save it in case there's an injury. So just shoring up our center mostly. Like the upper center over here. So Kearney and Adams are going to be coming in. I'm going to, you know, be passionate. Expect the performance. Go out there and break some legs. I mean, no, never do that. That would be super wrong. Absolutely super wrong. All right, Stevenson's passing it to Martin. We've got some good cover there. I don't like the fact that Graham's sticking out ahead, although if he was there, they pass it to him, that would be offside, right? Okay, it's not going to be. It's going to be a big long shot from Fivey, who we haven't been paying attention to. Because I don't expect in his position he's going to be the one to threaten. Because if it's coming up the middle, he'll probably pass it to someone else. Definitely got some exhaustion. Maybe Crane, we're going to swap you out. And, yeah, we'll bring in Paddy Boyle. And I don't know if we'll play you quite as aggressively here. What's the difference with the complete wingback? Wider, roam from position. Huh. I think it'll be more of a support fullback. Not quite as aggressive here. Not going to lock down super defensive because, again, the wings, I'm not expecting as many attacks from there. Although, you know, it happens. It's been happening. We don't need to score again. We've only got 5 freaking minutes left. Do I want to change away from counter and just lock it down completely? Actually, that's an interesting idea. Ooh, they fouled. First yellow card of the match goes to Hibernian. Okay. Pause. Yeah, go defensive and waste time. And don't exploit any flanks. Okay. 2 minutes at a time. My God, I can't, I'm sweating. Like, all my hands, literally just now, as I'm like looking at the time and I'm realizing I might win, my entire body just broke out spontaneously in sweat. Such an incredible nervous reaction. I can't think of the last time I've ever felt this just incredibly stressed. We've got possession of the ball, not getting into their end. They're not really in a position to rally. We're going to have it there. Again, try to waste a little bit of time if we can. Ooh, this is exactly what I was hoping to avoid. What the hell? Like, defensive stance? Like, now look at this. Now they've got a trio of dudes. They're going to score here. God damn it. No! Oh my God, they didn't just run it the way I expected. Oh my God. 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 Knock it away. Yes. Clear this fucker. Clear it. Clear it. Clear it. Clear it. We have Boyle on both teams, right? I wonder if they're related. Holy cannoli. We're approaching the end. Get it the fuck out of here. Forrest. Well, that's too bad that wasn't a successful pass to Thomas, because it will give them possession again. But there's a little bit of time wastage, and as they're arranging the throw in, you know, not as much as if I was arranging the throw in with the instructions that we put in there. Just hold it. Just do this. Just do this. That's not quite the dump we're looking for. We're at 92 minutes. How much more is the referee going to add? Is this going to be a goal kick for us? Our goaltender should be able to waste a little bit of extra time. Oh my God, we came away with a win. Oh my God, we came away with a win. Oh my God, that is huge. Huge. I mean, point-wise, winning against any team gives us the same amount of points. This is not actually better than winning against something else. But because we haven't won against some of the others, that, you know, we should have won or we needed to win, the fact that we got one here, we sort of like cheated fate a little bit and got him back in. Passionate. People had written us off today. You proved them all wrong. Well done on a great result. Hopefully someone gambled on us and got tons of cash. Looks like people aren't quite as happy as I would have hoped. But actually, their morale is overall pretty goddamn good. So that is fantastic. The only goal was an own goal, but I have to say, that entire play that we did there was really, really strong. And it could have resulted in a goal, like a normal goal, quite easly with the position. Because you have to remember, can we review that from here? There's a way to do it. I want to save this match. I don't know. There, save it. Oh, view highlights, goals. There we go. It would be nice in 3D mode, actually. So I think it's coming up right here. Harkins to Magat. who he does fail his shot, but like there's a lot. This could have very easily been a legitimate like sort of shot on goal. We had a big avenue over here. Just amazing, amazing. So how do I get out of this? So I hit live, leave match. There we go. Goddamn amazing. Air survived to claim priceless victory. Just huge, just massive. Oh my god, I'm so thrilled. I'm so incredibly happy. Let's take a look at the competition ranks. We are 3rd overall. Wraith, okay, did play, but lost. They lost their match. They're still at 20. Really nice for us, because everyone's at 12 overall. Falkirk, I'm trying to remember. I think they were at 21, so I think they won theirs as well. But, I mean, look at this. 24, 24, 23. Now we're within spitting distance of the first place again. Consider this, right? If we had lost and Hibernian had won, then they would be at 27, we'd be at 20. Huge gulf between our positions. This actually was an incredibly important match. Incredibly important. Hurting a Hibernian doesn't matter too much. Again, I'm not expecting to end up first. So, but, I mean, at this point, it becomes a possibility. We play every team 4 times? Yeah, we play every team 4 times. And we have played them in the championship twice now. Yeah. Falkirk is a little deceptive. We've only played them in the championship once, because this is a Challenge Cup game. The next one's going to be Falkirk. We're playing the 2 toughest teams back-to-back. And at home, though. At home, and we're coming in with really good morale. I'm going to have to do the same thing, where I do some extra analysis of these guys. I'm going to try to get the team report as early as possible so that I have time to maybe practice an alternate strategy. We got 14 days. 14 days in between here. Now, I'm tempted to increase the intensity level of the training over here to something like high. Yeah, there's an increased risk of injury, especially since we have shitty training facilities. But we've got a week off, basically, to do a lot of warm-up. We have a bunch of players that are away on international games over here. But I think, getting the extra exercise will probably be good. Do we want to focus more on something? You know what? Let's, just this week, we'll focus specifically on defending. I don't know if that will include defending set pieces or whatnot, but it might be handy. Guys, I'm absolutely thrilled. Just absolutely thrilled about what happened. I want to save this before things, crash or something bizarre like that, and I lose that win. I'm so incredible. When you're in a team, you can remove a picked player. Oh, yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.